Hi everybody, welcome to Chatting with Chops, or welcome back. So glad you came back. Today we are going to make some coffee cookies. And what's kind of funny is we have a recipe, but we have someone very dear to us that's kind of modified it a little bit and made them so good. So we're going to try and copycat her version of this original recipe. And I'll tell you what the modifications are as we go. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is combine a couple of our dry ingredients together. Now the recipe asks for 2 cups of flour, so we're going to sift that in here. All right, and the first modification is the recipe says plus 2 tablespoons of flour, but we are replacing it with cocoa powder. So we have 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. And I just use the regular store-bought. You can use whatever brand you'd like to use. All right, then we have a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and then we have a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. All right, now we're just gonna give that a nice little gentle stir so we can make sure all that's kind of together. Now we're gonna put that aside and we're gonna go do our coffee and butter mixture. All right, so we're gonna put this on medium heat. Y'all get to see my beautiful new stove, isn't it gorgeous? All right, and so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 3/4 cup of regular butter, and then we're gonna take, lost my spoon there. And then we're gonna take 2.5 tablespoons of espresso instant coffee. So we're gonna put that in there. All right, we're just gonna stir this until it dissolves and just has a nice, beautiful, buttery mixture. And gosh, I wish y'all could smell this. I'm not quite sure there's better combinations. I'm sure there is out there, but butter and coffee flavor together is making my kitchen smell so beautiful. Please keep in mind that a lot of baking is experimenting too. I mean, it is a science. You need to try and get your measurements precise, but you also want to have fun doing it as well. So keep that in mind. So what we've done is we've put our butter coffee mixture into our bowl. We have let it come to room temperature, which I would almost say that before you even get all your ingredients out, I would do this first, because it does take a bit for the coffee butter mixture to get to room temperature. We're going to put both of our sugars in. 1 cup of brown sugar we're going to drop in here, and we're going to try and do it gently so it doesn't splash. Okay, and then we have 1/2 cup of regular sugar, so we're going to drop that in. And then we're going to put both of our eggs in. So we have a full egg that we're putting in. And then we're putting 1 egg yolk. Yep, I know, the yolk. It's unusual. Usually they always want you to use the egg white, but this time it's the egg yolk. And now we're gonna mix this up at medium speed until it's all blended. All right, so now we're gonna slowly start adding our flour mixture. And okay, so the next thing we wanna put in is our semi-sweet chocolate. Now the recipe does recommend for you to use big chunks, like the mega morsels or the chocolate chunks that you see in the grocery store, but I was not successful in finding those, so I'm gonna use these. And I'm just gonna slowly pour these in while it's on low to medium. And then we have one additional thing. The recipe asks for 1 cup of walnuts toasted. Well, I didn't have walnuts, so I have pecans. And now we're just gonna slowly mix those in as well. Now that's gorgeous. All right, so we have our oven preheating at 325. Okay, so we're doing heaping tablespoons about 2 inches apart. And I'm just gonna kind of get them rounded up a little bit. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's gonna be a little bit sticky. You see my hands are a little bit greasy, but I might be a little bit more successful in getting them to kind of hold a shape if I use my hands. There's a lot of really great ingredients in here that's wanting to get away from me, all those wonderful pecans and chocolate. All right, so we're gonna take these and put them in a 325-degree oven for about 10 minutes and then bring them out and let them cool. I'm gonna let them just sit here on the cookie sheet and cool off for about 5 minutes. They kind of continue to cook then and harden up a little bit, and then we're gonna move them to the wire wrap. All right, so here is the finished product. Yes, I know some of them look very different than others. We were transitioning and trying different new things as we were making these, but they are officially on the cooling rack, and we're gonna just let these cool all the way, and then we'll try one and see how they taste. They are definitely ooey gooey. It made about 3 dozen. The recipe had said about 20, so evidently mine are smaller than the ones the recipe probably recommended. All right, you guys know this is my favorite part. All right, here is our coffee cookie finished. You can see all the beautiful pecans in there. Oh, that's a good, nice little good round, pretty looking cookie. So let's try it. Let's see if I can get it on here so y'all can see the middle. Oh, look at that ooey gooiness. Oh, that's fantastic. I probably got chocolate on my face. Sorry, guys. Oh, that is wonderful. The coffee flavors coming through beautifully. It's not bitter or anything. It's very soft with that chocolate and the pecans, that little bit of saltiness. These are fantastic, guys. You're gonna love these. Hope you like and subscribe and keep watching so I can make more great bakes for you. Catch you on the next one.